10 mind-blowing facts about Antarctica you never knew. Antarctica isn't just a frozen wasteland, it's a land full of shocking secrets. Imagine hidden lakes buried miles beneath the ice, volcanoes that never sleep, and creatures that thrive in the most extreme conditions on Earth. This isn't the Antarctica you think you know. Stick around until the very end, because fact number 1 will completely change the way you see this icy continent forever. All right, let's dive straight into the top 10 mind-blowing facts about Antarctica you never knew. Countdown style. Number 10. Coldest place on Earth. Air freezes, steel shatters. When we say Antarctica is cold, we don't just mean sweater weather. It holds the world record for the lowest temperature ever recorded. A bone-shattering minus 128 degrees Fahrenheit, minus 89 degrees Celsius at the Soviet Vostok station. And in 2018, satellite data revealed it might have dipped even lower to nearly negative 144 degrees Fahrenheit, negative 98 degrees Celsius. At those temperatures, steel can shatter, car fuel can freeze solid, and human skin can frostbite in seconds. Imagine stepping outside and the air literally feels like shards of glass stabbing your lungs. And here's the kicker: Antarctica isn't evenly cold. Coastal regions can reach just below freezing during the brief summer, but inland, where the elevation is high and the sun barely rises, the ice never melts. It's colder than anywhere else on Earth, making the Arctic look like a tropical getaway. Scientists studying these extreme temperatures say it's one of the few places on Earth that gives us a glimpse of conditions humans might face on other planets. Antarctica is so hostile, even survival gear struggles. In this land of endless ice, simply existing becomes a battle against nature itself. Number 9, the world's largest desert made of ice. Here's a shocker: Antarctica is actually the largest desert on Earth. Yep, forget the Sahara. This icy land gets less than 2 inches of precipitation a year in some regions, making it drier than most hot deserts. The driest part, the McMurdo Dry Valleys, hasn't seen rain for nearly 2 million years. The winds there are so powerful, reaching 200 miles per hour, that they strip away snow and ice, leaving bare soil exposed. What's wild is that these valleys look more like Mars than Earth. The barren, lifeless landscape has such little moisture that scientists compare it to the red planet. In fact, NASA regularly tests rovers and instruments here before sending them to space. It's one of the few places on Earth where life barely clings on, proving that not even Antarctica is entirely covered in ice. And it gets creepier. Some pockets of the dry valleys are so devoid of water, oxygen, and life that they may be the closest thing we have to an alien world right here on Earth. Antarctica may be a frozen land, but make no mistake, it's also the greatest desert on the planet. Number 8. Antarctica's fiery secret, home to sleeping volcanoes. Antarctica isn't just about ice, it's hiding fire too. Beneath its frozen surface lie more than 130 volcanoes, many buried under thick ice sheets. The most famous is Mount Erebus, the southernmost active volcano on Earth. Standing 12,400 feet tall, it contains one of the world's few permanent lava lakes, bubbling away in the freezing cold. Imagine molten rock simmering in a place where the air temperature can drop to negative 100 degrees Fahrenheit. But Erebus isn't alone. Scientists have detected geothermal heat from other volcanoes under the ice. This heat may explain why some subglacial lakes stay liquid despite being buried miles deep. And here's the chilling part. If one of these hidden giants erupted, it could destabilize glaciers and send global sea levels rising. Volcanic ash trapped in ancient ice cores shows that eruptions have shaken Antarctica before. The big question is, could it happen again? Antarctica's icy silence hides a fiery heart, and one day, those sleeping volcanoes might just wake up. And speaking of what's hidden under the ice, wait until you hear about the lakes that no one has ever seen with their own eyes. Number 7. Alien oceans. Under the ice, buried lakes and rivers. Beneath Antarctica's vast ice sheets lies an alien world of hidden lakes and rivers, untouched by sunlight for millions of years. Scientists have found over 400 subglacial lakes sealed off by miles of solid ice. The largest, Lake Vostok, is about the size of Lake Ontario and buried under 2 miles of ice. Its waters haven't seen daylight in 15 million years. Here's the twist. Scientists believe these lakes could harbor life. Microbes adapted to total darkness, crushing pressure, and zero oxygen may live there, thriving in conditions similar to icy moons like Europa. If life survives under Antarctica's ice, it could survive elsewhere in the universe. What's even more mind-blowing is that these lakes aren't all isolated. Some are connected by rivers flowing beneath the ice, creating a hidden ecosystem the size of entire countries. We've barely scratched the surface of exploring them. Each drilling expedition feels like opening a time capsule to a completely unknown biosphere. Antarctica isn't just frozen, it's secretly alive. But lakes aren't the only thing hiding below. There are frozen treasures buried in the ice that tell stories from millions of years ago. 6. The planet's ice giant holds 60% of fresh water. Antarctica is the heavyweight champion of ice. Its glaciers and ice sheets hold about 60% of the world's fresh water, enough to change the planet's shape if it all melted. Some areas of ice are over 3 miles thick, making them the thickest on Earth. If every bit of Antarctic ice melted, global sea levels would rise more than 200 feet, drowning major cities like New York, London, and Tokyo. Thankfully, that's not happening overnight, but even small shifts in Antarctic ice could reshape coastlines worldwide. Ice here is more than frozen water. It's a record of Earth's past. Scientists drill ice cores that trap ancient air bubbles, preserving samples of Earth's atmosphere dating back hundreds of thousands of years. By studying these frozen time capsules, we learn how climate has shifted and how it might change again. Every snowflake that falls adds a page to Earth's story. Antarctica isn't just cold. It's a living history book of our planet. And while it might sound like a lifeless block of ice, Antarctica is actually alive with some of the toughest creatures on Earth. Number 5, the tropical past of Antarctica. Dinosaurs once roamed here. Believe it or not, Antarctica wasn't always a frozen wasteland. About 90 million years ago, it was covered in lush forests with rivers, plants, and even dinosaurs roaming freely. Fossilized tree trunks, ferns, and pollen grains found deep in the ice prove this icy land was once green and thriving. Back then, Antarctica sat closer to the equator before slowly drifting south. Even when near the pole, Earth's warmer climate allowed vast forests to grow. Fossil evidence shows trees that adapted to months of darkness, growing tall despite long winters without sunlight. Imagine giant ferns and conifers thriving in a world of endless night. Some scientists believe studying these ancient forests could reveal how plants adapted to extreme conditions, knowledge that could help us understand climate change today. Antarctica isn't just frozen. It's a time machine holding secrets from a prehistoric world. And if you think that's wild, wait until you see the bizarre creatures that still call Antarctica home today. Number 4, the creepy Red River, a glacier that bleeds. In one of Antarctica's eeriest sights, a river of blood-red water oozes out from the Taylor Glacier into Lake Bonny. This strange phenomenon, known as blood falls, looks like something out of a horror movie. But the truth is even stranger. It's caused by salty, iron-rich water trapped beneath the glacier for millions of years. When it reaches the surface, the iron reacts with oxygen, rusting and turning the water a shocking crimson red. What's even more mind-blowing is that scientists have discovered tiny microbes living in this briny water, organisms that survive without sunlight or oxygen, feeding on minerals instead. These microbes could help us understand how life might survive in extreme environments on other planets. Blood Falls is not just creepy, it's a window into alien biology right here on Earth. But Antarctica's mysteries don't stop at creepy red rivers. This land is also home to creatures that exist nowhere else on Earth. Number 3, penguins' exclusive kingdom, survive the impossible. When most people think of Antarctica, one animal comes to mind, the penguin. And they're right. This frozen continent is the ultimate penguin paradise. Out of the 18 species of penguins in the world, several live here, including the famous emperor penguin, the largest penguin species on Earth. What makes them special? Emperor penguins are the only animal to breed during the harsh Antarctic winter. While temperatures plunge to minus 60 degrees Fahrenheit and blizzards rage, these penguins huddle together for warmth in massive groups, sometimes thousands strong. The males balance eggs on their feet under a flap of skin for months without eating, while the females travel miles to hunt for food. It's one of the most extreme parenting strategies in the animal kingdom. Without Antarctica, emperor penguins simply wouldn't exist. This continent is their one true kingdom. And penguins aren't the only secret here. Beneath the ice lies an entire hidden mountain range you've never seen before. Number 2, the Alps. Beneath the ice, hidden mountain ranges. Deep beneath Antarctica's thick ice lies a massive secret, the Gamburtsev Mountains. These hidden peaks stretch for about 750 miles, roughly the size of the Alps, but no human has ever laid eyes on them because they're buried under nearly a mile of ice. Discovered by Soviet scientists in the 1950s using seismic surveys, the Gamburtsev Mountains remain one of the least understood ranges on Earth. Scientists are still puzzled about how they formed and why they've stayed so well preserved beneath the ice for millions of years. Some believe they could hide ancient ecosystems or hold clues to Earth's geological past. Others think these mountains might influence the way ice flows across the continent, shaping Antarctica's future as the climate changes. It's a whole hidden world that we've only begun to uncover. Antarctica doesn't just hide secrets, it hides entire mountain ranges. And now, we've reached the #1 mind-blowing fact about Antarctica. The one that could completely change how you see our planet's coldest continent. Number 1. A continent without borders, no country owns it. Here's the ultimate shocker. Antarctica doesn't belong to any single country. Instead, it's governed by the Antarctic Treaty, signed in 1959 by 12 countries and now supported by more than 50 nations. This treaty is one of the most remarkable agreements in history. It bans military activity, nuclear testing, and mining while declaring the continent a place for peaceful research and international cooperation only. No flags, no wars, no cities, just science. Research stations from dozens of countries operate here. Scientists living side by side, studying climate, wildlife, and space-like conditions. It's the only place on Earth where human competition pauses and collaboration takes center stage. In a world divided by borders and conflicts, Antarctica stands as a rare example of what humanity can achieve when we work together. It belongs to no one, and at the same time, it belongs to all of us. Antarctica isn't just a frozen land, it's proof that humanity can work together for something greater. From fiery volcanoes to frozen deserts, Antarctica proves it's anything but boring. From hidden lakes and blood-red waterfalls to mountains buried in ice, this continent is full of jaw-dropping secrets. So, which fact surprised you most? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to hear it. And if you enjoyed this countdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell for more mind-blowing discoveries from around the world.